You know how it goes.
Do I? Do I really know how it goes?
The tradition. Test!
Test!
There we go. Brilliant. Hello everyone. This is Karlcast number 5,000,008,008. We've been gone for 2 years doing this because we figured out that...
It's been 2 years.
Yeah, we figured like, who the fuck would want to watch this, so we just quit. But apparently, people have been nagging me like a motherfucker about this, so I was like, alright, well sure, why not? Have some new, you scum!
Yeah, I don't
You fucking
know why.
assholes, you cunts!
I don't know why people would want to listen to me and Karl sitting around, possibly naked, in front of our computers just talking about bullshit, but apparently people want that. I don't know why. So here we are, once again, after 2 years. Well, more like a year and a half, almost. Year and 5 months. But now we're back, and you have to deal with the consequences. Okay, so, Karl, first question. What are your opinions on the Holocaust?
My opinions on the Holocaust, I think it happened.
It did in fact happen.
What the fuck do you want me to say about it? It was a fucking stupid move. It was retarded.
Well, I mean, you are Karl. I thought you said it was a pretty good barbecue.
Yeah, I'm going to be edgy and go like, oh man, Hitler's a great guy. Oh yeah.
Okay, Karl.
Suck Hitler's fucking
Karl.
Do you think that like Hitler, if he like ever shaved his pubes to look like his mustache?
If Hitler ever shaved his pubic hair, I think that's secretly to help him get off with his 2 love wives that he had, you know, because he fucked 2 women or some bullshit like that. I think that to add to the kinkiness of it, he would shave his pubes in the shape of the Star of David.
Oh, for a second I thought you were just going to say swastika. He's going to do it.
How the fuck would he shave it into a swastika? That wouldn't be kinky at all. It'd just be like, oh, hi, Everbron, I have come home from work. Do you want to see my Wiener Schnitzel with the symbol of my fucking job on it?
Jesus, can you imagine that? It's like if you worked at Walmart.
If you fucking work at Walmart.
And it's like, I hate my life so much, I'm going to dedicate my entire dick to it.
You just fucking shave your pubic hair in the shape of the Walmart logo. Or it just says Walmart in pubic hair. Yeah. Man, that would be impressive, actually. You would need some really fine, like, hand control.
So, should we... What the fuck have we been up to? Before... I mean, what are words? What have we been up to?
What are we been up to?
Like, until the next... Or, well, you know, the... last 2 years ago, 2014.
Well, last episode on Karl
Jesus
Fresh
Christ,
Ball
we
Z.
suck.
On the last episode of Karl Ball Z, Fresh was talking about wanting to move out of Michigan, and that statement has become a reality. Because I moved to West Virginia to live with my girlfriend.
Yeah, take a guess who it is.
No one's gonna get it. Which is good.
Alright, you want them to know?
I wouldn't want people that watch this and genuinely enjoy it to know details about my personal life. They might try to track me down. I hope you... God fucking Karl. This is why we can't have nice things. Why would you just reveal that to the internet? You know that they fucking...
Who will fucking care? If they really wanted to track you down, they could already.
They couldn't. I'm pretty private with my personal information.
The Fresh Sorcerer, West Virginia.
Yeah, the fucking West Virginia's pretty big.
I put out I put out the fucking town where I live. I want people to fucking seek me out.
Well, that's because you fucking enjoy it when people on the internet fucking find you and are weird at you.
I really do, because then I get stories to tell about it. Like, hey guys, I met this weirdo who knew who I was, so I decided to kick him in the dick and then have him suck my dick.
Wait, so why would you kick him in the dick and then have him suck your dick? Wouldn't you want it to be the other way around? I know you get off on that.
Yeah, speaking of, I got a boyfriend recently.
You have a boyfriend? I thought that was just some guy that you let fuck you in the ass.
No, that was another dude.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was just like a bear. That was like...
Does it wear off?
Oh god, no. That was a strange time in my life.
Wasn't it a strange time in all of our lives, really?
So, it really was. I don't know what... But yeah, let's not fucking diss Warth.
Yeah.
Then again, he's probably...
I mean...
Then again, he's probably high on weed right now. Fuck you, Warth. But yeah, whatever. So, are you fucking ready to read some 2-year-old fucking mail?
Fuck, we have 2-year-old mail?
We do?
How many?
Let's hear 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We actually have 10 questions.
We have 10 questions.
Yeah, which is fucking stupid. Because why? Who the fuck? Good.
Well, apparently people decided that we are the arbiters for the truth.
So, do you want to do this right now, or do you want to wait?
Well, I mean, we're still kind of talking about what happened in our lives. So,
yeah.
You know, I moved to West Virginia. Things have been pretty alright. Got a PS4 recently to play Bloodborne. So,
Dear God.
that's fun.
I like that you only got it in order to play Bloodborne on.
I mean...
How much was that? Like $100?
Me and Na split the cost.
Jesus. You
We
better buy some fucking Thai bootlegs for that.
Bootlegs?
Yeah, Thai bootlegs. It reminds me, I was in Thailand, like, recently. And Thailand is always, like, this classy place where you go to this, like, you can go to a market and you find, like, DVDs. It's like, all these bootleg DVDs and shit is being sold openly because no one gives a shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And these bootlegs, like, when you think of a DVD, you think of, like, you know, a plastic cover and, like, oh, that's a DVD. But these fucker, you know what they've done? They just took cardboard, like, they printed out the picture on cardboard and then folded it with the DVD inside and fucking put plastic foil around it. And they just sell it for, like, 20 baht.
That's amazing. Also, you said like 20 baht instead of like 20 bucks. So
No,
I'm
I
just
said
imagining
baht.
that. Oh.
20 baht, which is BAHT, the currency of Thailand, and that would be like, I don't know, 2 cents.
Well, I now know more about the country of Thailand.
Or maybe like...
I just thought you said
or maybe
20
like
bahts.
40 cents or something. Like, nothing.
Really cheap. Really cheap is the
Yeah,
gist
the
of
problem
your
is that
statement.
you're kind of afraid of buying it, because you feel like it will have some, like, weird fucking ancient virus on it.
What the fuck? It's a bootleg fucking DVD. How are you gonna get a virus on your DVD?
I don't know, I just don't trust shit like that. It's like, basically how I see it is, you know how some, like, people in the past days, when they were, like, fucking, you know, like, ancient, well, you know, archaeologists in the 1800s, they would, like, open tombs and shit, and found traces for the bubonic plague.
Yeah.
I feel like that way with these DVDs as well. You will find, like, some ancient fucking computer virus from the 1990s.
What, it's just gonna fucking replace your fucking mouse with, like, a really,
The Space Jam
pixelated
website.
Okay, the Space Jam website is not a virus, that's a relic. That is a
should-
treasure that needs to be preserved.
The fun thing is that it is reserved. It's like, how the fuck
It
can
is.
they manage to keep the shit up? But then again,
Well,
I guess
fucking-
it doesn't really, you know... What do you think the net worth of that is?
Okay, fucking look. We have all seen the Space Jam website. You and me.
Yeah.
And other people in the Alpha Legion, because we go onto that shit for fun, because I assume we're just fucking moronic. How much do you fucking think that would cost fucking Warner Brothers to keep up? It
like
looks like
5
it looks
cents.
like a website that we could make.
Like 5
It
cents
looks like-
a day or something.
It's like fucking. Sure, you can fucking ask Why? Why would they keep the Space Jam website up? And I will tell you...
I think they're just saving it, that website, so that like in, I don't know, 50 years they can sell it to some weird collector, that website. You know, the
A collector of a website. How do you fucking do that?
Hey man, it's the future we're talking about here.
Look, the fucking Jetsons fucking said that we would be all living in fucking skyscrapers that are like above the goddamn clouds.
Why would you
using
want
goddamn
to do, well,
jet powered fucking radiation cars, and we haven't done that shit yet.
Yeah, why would you want to do that? Honestly. Like, people always go like, I want a jetpack and shit, but then you think about it, it's like, why the fuck would you want that? When, can you imagine the fucking maintenance work of that shit? Like, oh, I can't fly it, and then you would get like new laws regulating that you can like smoke weed and fly jetpacks. Which is, you know...
Smoking weed and flying jetpacks would happen all of the time.
I know, it would. And can you imagine, like, the crashes? Like, oh, I accidentally fucking miscalculated the servo fucking fuel for my jetpack, so now I accidentally crashed into Titanic 6.
Why would you use a jetpack if you have a flying car?
Why would you use a flying car if you just had a car?
Because fucking going in the air is faster than going on the ground, Karl. There's not as many obstacles in the air as there are on the ground.
Imagine the price.
Who the fuck's gonna
Imagine
give a
the
shit
fucking price for getting a driver's license for that shit, dude.
Okay, imagine if you would.
You would have to like do. Everyone would have to become a fucking captain. All the fucking airplane would go out of business.
Okay, look. They clearly have to do it in such a way. They clearly had to do it in such a way that like. The fuel costs for it would be astronomical, because airplanes cost a ton of fucking fuel, and they fly across, like, continents and shit.
Can you imagine the fucking rednecks? You know how, like, rednecks always, like, get monster trucks and pickup trucks to drive around in? Now imagine that, but with flying fucking...
Rednecks would
flying fucking monster trucks, fresh!
Look, let me...
Flying monster trucks!
You idiot! Okay, I'm not gonna fucking scream into my microphone because my gain is a lot higher than yours, and if I did, I'm afraid that I would fucking open up fucking Mount Doom again. Now, rednecks would not buy flying cars because you can't go mudding in them.
Well...
You can't do stupid shit.
They would go clouding.
Clouding is not a thing.
Not yet.
But look, rednecks... Like, if they fucking drove around in flying cars, they wouldn't know how to get past, like, the fucking secluded wood conclaves they live in. They'd probably crash... They'd probably, like, crash into their fucking, like, house that is made up of, like, 50 goddamn trailers.
Oh my god, now I'm just imagining future rednecks and they have, like, skyscraper trailer parks.
Yeah, they just have like trailer parks.
I imagine, you know, like
one giant floating platform.
Yeah, like in Pirates of the Caribbean, like Shipwreck's Cove, that's the name. But instead of like cool pirate ships, it's just like trailers.
It's fucking just trailers.
Dear God.
But no.
Are rednecks going to become the fucking pirates of the future?
Rednecks are already basically pirates of the now. I mean, they're about as drunk. They're about as diseased. They're about as smart, typically.
Can you imagine, like, in 100 years from now or whatever, the new movie comes out, Rednecks of the Louisiana.
Rednecks of the Louisiana. We already have, like, 50 movies about that exact same content.
Yeah, no, but it's
have
basically...
you ever seen...
Yeah, but they're going to have, like, a fucking whole lore thing and shit about it. Go into, like...
deep redneck lore?
A deep redneck lore is going to be, like, the fucking... What is, like, common redneck lore, even? Don't they have something about, like, fucking... I'm just imagining... What the fuck are they called? Those fucking deer creatures. In, like, swamp rats.
Are you talking about fucking, like, goddamn cryptids or some shit? Are you saying that's redneck lore?
I don't know. I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about, but then again, I never do.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da.
Ow! That's Karl for you! Fucking great. Makes me want to vomit. So yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty common feeling when you're around Karl, the urge to vomit. It's because you want to purge your body of the Karl pollutants that exude off of him.
I don't even know how fucking people can stand up, I mean... Honestly.
well, people can stand up. I can stand up to you because I'm not a fucking pussy that's gonna be like, oh no, Karl, he's so scary. He's gonna touch me. I'm gonna start coming and farting.
Oh yeah, fucking hell, it's fucking sexy. Fart porn.
Ugh, fuck
Dear
Brazilian fart porn all over the fresh Karlcast.
I can't wait!
I can't fucking wait either. We're gonna rake in so many views from that weird demographic.
Should we get like a guest in here?
A guest?
A guest.
Okay, let
Zoran
me
the bear.
Well, that was a... Thank you. Hey, you wanna join the fresh Karlcast?
Or maybe Heen.
Okay, Nos wants to join.
Really?
Yeah, she does.
Isn't she sleeping?
No, she's not sleeping right now because she doesn't work today.
Oh, well, alright. Well, fucking get in here then.
Get in TeamSpeak.
Get into fucking TeamSpeak!
We're just gonna
You
have
can't!
to move rooms, aren't we?
Get in! Do it! This is going to be an interview, Nostalgia. Nostalgia, this
Let
is
Karl
going to be
handle
an
it.
this is
Just
going to
let
be an
Karl
interview.
handle
I'm going to interview Nostalgia. Fucking get in already. Do it right now. You wench.
Okay, we're just gonna have to move to a different room, by the way. And if you keep fucking saying those things, I will find you and I will shove a fucking
I want you to
cactus
find me.
in
We're
your
going to have a
nipples.
great time.
Good. Let them. They probably ship me and Karl already. They probably think we're in some abusive relationship where I just beat Karl all the time and he cries out in ecstasy.
Yeah, that sounds like me actually. Be like, oh yes, fresh punch.
Only adding fuel to the fire.
Break my neck again. That reminds me, I had this really weird dream.
Let's get into a room.
Yeah. That reminds me, right, I had this really weird dream this
Get in room
night.
3.
Like, speaking about breaking necks.
Why do you have a dream about breaking necks?
Like, the thing that I remember the most of this dream was, there's like this really cute, I don't know what it was, I think it was like a fox or something.
Hold on, let our guest get into the room. First of all.
Hurry
Room
up.
3.
Hurry up!
The one in private channel.
Hurry the
The one
fuck
with Big
up!
Karl in it. Yes, I am John Connor George Smash.
Ugh. Nostalgia, activate your fucking microphone. Now, what I want you to do is open Audacity, or whatever your preferred recording program. Do it. Is it open? Good. Alright, so
Just record.
record, and this is since you're also recording now, we will do this again. Test!
Test!
That was a really weak test. You need to scream at the top of lungs.
No.
Do it, Nostalgia! I believe in you.
Just do it for the traditions of the fresh Karlcast.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Scream!
No. I don't
Do it.
wanna.
Do it.
I don't wanna.
Well, fuck's sake.
I
But
don't
anyways,
wanna.
so, what I was talking... Do it. But anyways, so... I had this real weird dream, right? The gist of it, what I remember is like... I was going home from work or something, right? Or whatever, whatever. And... on my way, I saw like this really cute fucking fox, or like I don't know if it was a fox or like some kind of something like it looked like a dog basically, right?
Yes.
And it like jumped from a hedge and landed on a spike or something, and it was like in me like tremendous pain. So I was like, oh god, I have to put it out of its misery, and my first course of action is trying to break its fucking neck.
I'm not even
So I
surprised
go
by
up to
that.
it, I'm like, I'm sorry for this, and I remember it so vividly because it was so fucking, like, unpleasant, like, you could feel the bones cracking. It's like, breaking the fucking neck is like...
Is this like specifically why Karl wanted me to join the thing, just
Fresh
so I
wanted
could
it.
hear this story about him breaking a fucking fox's neck?
Now, specifically, don't
the
you
thing
fucking
is that-
put that all on me, young man.
The
You said you wanted a guest. Nos is right there.
Yeah, the thing is that it didn't die from this.
Jesus.
It just got into more pain, so I was like, what the fuck do I do? And then like my neighbor came out or something. There was some dude that arrived, and it's like, oh shit, what's going on? And then I basically explained the story, and like, well, what should we do? Should we nurse it now? I'm like, I don't think that's a good idea, seeing that I broke its fucking neck and it's been impaled. I mean, I could smash its head in with like a hammer or something.
Just stomp on it.
Yeah, or that. So, we decided to like, take it back home. So it's like just crawling around on the floor, and then my brother, for no reason, just arrives and he's like, "Oh hey, look at this cute thing, but why is it impaled?" I'm like, "No, don't!" And so he like pulls out the object that's impaling it, and he just fucking start bleeding everywhere, and he's like covering the bed sheets, like the bed in blood. And then I wake up, it's like, fuck's sake.
And that is the story of how Karl met his boyfriend.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah.
No, it's a fucking dream he had.
No,
Okay.
that was just a dream.
I didn't
he
have
had.
any sort of fucking context here. This
It's
could
a
be
fucking- look.
this could be the everyday average adventures of Karl in Swedenland. I don't fucking know.
Look,
I don't know what he
look.
does in his spare time.
Look, do you know the story of Oblivion and how Uriel Septim saw your face in his dreams? It's basically like that. It was a prophetic dream Karl had about meeting his future lover.
Yeah.
And how it will go, and how it will end,
Horrific,
And it will
hardcore
end.
gay sex.
and blood.
Sweet Jesus.
You wanna know a really fucking my boyfriend has found like the best way to to annoy me.
Is it to poke your tiny butthole?
No, he calls me the tight boy pussy.
Damn, you gonna let him get away with that? You gotta show him.
Fuck his
show-
ass!
Yes, you
I
have
should.
to. You have to show him who's boss. You must put your dick into his ass.
I really should.
Fuck his ass to establish dominance.
It's like, fuck's sake, don't. And he's like, ah ha ha. And then he laughs like Dio Brando. But yeah,
Good.
anyway, so Nostalgia, this is now the interview of you. So how many sausages can you eat in 1 hour?
I have never attempted to test that, so I don't actively know.
What's the drunkest you've been?
I had. Oh, I have a story about
Oh
that.
boy. Is this the story about that one
Have you
time
ever
when I got
performed
here?
cunnilingus on a shipment?
Hold the goddamn phone. I'm about to tell my story. Fucking, it was some time ago. It was maybe like a couple times after the first time I'd ever drank.
Alright.
And somebody did not tell me that when you have the spins, you should not attempt to lay down. Because I was like, oh, well, I got work tomorrow. I need to lay down and try to get some sleep. I
Oh
lay
god,
down.
please. Alright, good.
I get incredibly sick. So I get up, I run across the hall to the bathroom, and I'm throwing up pretty hard, and suddenly I'm like, oh god, I feel like I'm about to shit myself.
Oh yeah, that's
So I
amazing.
start that, and then the minute I sit on the toilet, I'm just like, oh god, I feel like I'm going to throw up again. Oh fuck. So I'm back and forth on that. I'm just like, it's just a mess. And then my dad wakes up, and he hears me just having absolute hell in the bathroom. So he opens the door and he's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm looking at him like, So eventually everything stops. I go in the living room, go into the kitchen, I get myself some water, go back to bed. I drink the water, and then suddenly I'm just like, I spit up all the water onto myself, and then I just go straight to sleep. I don't bother getting up, I don't bother cleaning myself, I'm covered in water, and I just go to sleep.
Good. Those
yeah,
are
there you
those are the best drunken things when you're like sitting on a toilet, shitting diarrhea profusely whilst vomiting. That's good, great.
Yeah. And then I had to work the next day. And that was fun.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
brilliant.
I feel as if I should tell the story of how the drunkest I've ever been to counter that.
Hang on, I just want to ask in the start, was this the first time you were drunk?
That was the first time I'd had the spins.
Alright.
Like, I know I can't, I can't drink that much.
Do you remember
so.
the first time you got drunk?
I
Honestly,
do.
this is just a lead up so I can tell my story.
I do, and it really wasn't, all that bad. It was just, I was with some friends. We were kind of bar hopping a little bit, and that was about it. Went home, and it was like, oh, okay, that was fun.
Alright. Is it Fresh, before you tell your story, is it okay if I tell my story the first time little Karl gets drunk?
Fine.
Alright, so I was going to... So basically, Mikael, also known as Ironbeard, he had been to Denmark recently, and we were like 17 years old at the time. I believe he was 18, so he was like, legal to buy hard liquor.
Mm-hmm.
And he had been to Denmark, and he was on the, because otherwise in Sweden you need to be 20 to buy that shit. Because when you're 18 you're just allowed to go into bars and get hammered. So he was on a Denmark freight train, fucking Danish boat, and had bought like 3 bottles of really cheap shit vodka. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So he smuggles them home, and we decide, alright, let's go to our friend's place, who lives in the middle of fucking nowhere, who is named, well, we call him the Cheese. So it was me, Mikael, the Cheese, and Egil the Slob.
You mean Slusk Egil?
Yeah, Slusk Egil. So we go to this place, and so the first thing we do is we basically drink some beers. I was, again, we were like 17 years old, and some were 18, so we were like little young fucking shit wipes. We decide to make this movie, which was, as we called, an art film. In it, by the way, I am completely naked in the background with a fake beard on and a hat in front of my crotch.
Jesus.
And after that, we decide to mix drinks, right? And Egil the Slob, he's like, I know how to make screwdrivers. So he had bought, orange juice and shit. But you know how you fucking mix these drinks?
I've never attempted it, but sure.
Screwdrivers sound like a thing that I'd take
It's
at
orange
the
juice and vodka. And you're supposed to have, half-half.
Ah.
However, how he mixed it was 1 liter vodka and 2 drops of orange juice.
Jesus.
And we just sat there on a bed fucking drinking this shit, and Jesus. Since it was my first time, I tried acting all tough and mighty, I'm not getting drunk from this, I don't even feel it. When in real life I was like, oh my god, this is fucking amazing. So, during the night, we decided to get take a walk in the middle of fucking the night in winter in Sweden, right? So it's -10 outside or something. So we're walking on this fucking road, and we have to constantly babysit Egil because he's always running out into fucking traffic. He has a fucking death wish or something.
Okay, look, if you're drunk and you're trying to run out in the traffic, just let it happen.
Yeah, I know, but we were 17. I don't want my fucking future to end that quickly. So, if anything, it was more of an act of selfishness. So, we're walking there until we get to a cemetery where we just, start shelling out, and then we walk some more. And then on our way back, fucking Egil the fucking Slob, he literally lays down in a fucking ditch in the middle of winter, and he goes, no, I'm going to sleep here, just go without me. And we're like, Egil, come on, we're not going to allow you to die. No, I want to die, just walk without me. So this goes on for a good half an hour until we literally drag him out. We throw him into a bed where he vomits, and then And then we all just like go to bed. The next day, gee, that was a good fucking fun time. So that was the first time I got drunk. It hasn't gotten better since then. So Fresh,
Okay.
tell us your story.
Well, fucking way to just sandbag every single story that I could possibly tell involving booze, you fucking shit.
What did you say?
God damn it, you're a fucking asshole. Anyway, so the first time I had properly gotten drunk was a few days after I had gotten to Nas' place, actually, because, fun fact, this plan was not to, like, actually move here, but, it was like a 2-week visit. I was supposed to be here for like 2 weeks, fucking visit, do stupid bullshit, etc. But then, I get a call from my fucking, like, family that says, "Hey, guess what? We've packed everything in your house. Are you ready to move?" So, you know, that was fun.
Yeah, so then, like, a little while later, we drove 6 hours to Michigan to go pick up a shit.
And then, immediately in the morning, drove 6 hours back to fucking West Virginia, and I've been here ever since. So, I did not move so much as
You were kicked out.
I was basically kicked out at the first opportunity.
But anyway.
I'm sorry,
So, you know,
I feel bad for laughing.
You should, you fuck. But, I don't know, it worked out better
I'm
since
sorry.
I've been less miserable here than I've been in Michigan.
Well, yeah, it's fucking
So,
Michigan, dude. Nuke Michigan.
cut Michigan away, send it to Canada.
Yeah, it's like this fucking thing we have in Sweden where we say, basically we have this like half of Sweden or a place.
Look, fuck your goddamn southern part of Sweden that no one likes. Okay.
We have a
I'm gonna tell my
movement
story
called
now.
Dig Skåne away and send it to Denmark. But yeah, that's
I'm gonna fucking tell my story now. So it's been a few days since I arrived here. It's like the weekend, and Nos is just like, hey, you know what we should do? We should buy really cheap, like, Mexican food. Get some cheap booze, and put on one of my favorite movies and watch it.
Alright. Did it
So-
end in gratuitous
Well,
fisting?
fucking the movie in question
Well, I'm
is a
not
movie
interested
called...
then.
I don't care. Fucking, I don't care about Eagle the Slob, but hey, he still exists.
I haven't seen him like in a year or something, but yeah,
He
continue.
probably
Probably
died in a
dead.
ditch.
No, he's not dead because that she sent me a Snapchat of him where he's like covered
Stop
in
making
vomit.
this about you, fucker.
I'm sorry.
You selfish bitch.
I'm sorry. You know that I love both of you.
You should, because I'm amazing. I call my dick common sense, because why wouldn't you want to ride it? I
Bitch,
see you
if I
giggling over there.
ever fucking
Because
visit,
Karl's having such a fucking reaction to it.
bitch, you know that if I ever visit, I'm the one fucking being the top.
Excuse me?
Yeah, motherfucker, I'm going to fuck you in the ass while nostalgia watches and like eats pop.
Better men than
No,
you.
I
Better
will-
men than you have tried.
I will fight you. His anal virginity is mine, thank you very much.
Can we not barter my anus like it's a fucking sheep in the Middle East?
Alright, how about 50 shekels?
I thought you said, can we not butter my anus?
Well, I don't
Nostalgia!
want that to
I
happen
offer.
either.
Alright, Nostalgia, I offer you 50 shekels and that's my final price.
Fuck off. It's
Alright,
mine.
45, 60.
Fuck off.
Can I tell my fucking story without us talking about my pretty butthole?
I would
Oh,
like to fuck.
continue.
I would like to fuck a Fresh's butthole for 50 shekels.
Yeah,
You
and
can
I'd
also
like to
get
fucking-
2 camels and a chip on the price. Alright, so
Your
okay.
money's
and I'd
no
like
good here.
Look, and I'd like to find Hitler's ashes and masturbate all over them and send that to fucking like
Yeah.
a picture on 4chan and fucking get the death squad sent after me. But we can't all have what we want.
Yeah, but who doesn't? Honestly.
Neo-Nazis.
Anyway.
Anyway,
What do you mean,
I'm going to
neo-Nazis?
tell my...
If anything, they would like to do it the most. Alright, continue.
No, they want to fucking venerate his ashes as like an idol. Now, anyway, can I fucking tell my story, you selfish cunt?
No, yes.
Okay, so we fucking go to fucking some supermarket. We pick up like cheap empanadas and burritos and enchiladas.
It wasn't fucking
Microwavable.
empanadas, it was goddamn taquitos.
I don't fucking care what they were. They were shit.
Tequilos.
Anyway.
Anyway, we get that shit, heat that shit up, and then we like also bought salsa. And, like, I don't know if you know anything about salsa, but if you don't chill it, it's kind of weird tasting, and it settles kind of weird in your stomach. And then we buy some booze, and me, being me, I was like, I'm not going to stop at just one. I'm going to have, like, fucking 3, and then 3 evolved into, like, 4, because the first bottle tasted like shit. Like, even in terms of alcohol, where you don't drink it for the taste, it was like, what the fuck is this? It's like someone pissed into a fucking jar of apple juice. Anyway,
So wine.
so we put on this movie called Queen of the Damned, and it fucking sucks. Nos fucking loves it, though.
I don't give a fuck. I know it's bad, and I love it anyway.
All I see is this fucking, like, this pale, pasty man have, like, fuck sex with, like, a fucking vampire goddess, and also eats teenage girls, but not in that way, maybe. I'm not sure, it's kind of unclear. They die. And then Kung Fu Matrix vampire fighting happens at, like, some kind of, in Death Valley, and then they, like, all teleport to fucking Egypt or some shit, and then, like, another dumb stare contest happens, and then fucking, like, vampire bitch goddess dies, and everyone lives happily ever after, and the main vampire guy learns absolutely nothing, and he continues to be a cunt. The end.
What a good movie.
I can give you a much better shitty summary, but
I
anyway.
don't care. So, anyway, I've just been drinking this entire time, asking questions about the movie that get less and less coherent as time goes on, just shoving, like, taquitos and fucking enchiladas into my hole. And also, like,
I just love that fucking word, into my hole. Then I get... my favorite version of saying mouth is just saying the face. Shoving nachos into my face.
But anyway, fucking, like, I'm just drinking and eating and putting very cheap, very low-quality salsa into my mouth. And then, all of a sudden,
the crack comes out.
I start, like, talking about how Michigan sucks, and I start, like, getting sad drunk for some reason that I honestly cannot remember.
Sad drunk,
And then I think a little bit of karaoke happens, and then I have to rush off to the bathroom and I vomit purple.
Purple?
Yeah.
Purple haze.
Yeah, no, for a second he's just like, I gotta go to the bathroom, I'll be right back. I'm sitting in my room, all of a sudden I hear...
I vomit up my, like, half of my body weight in purple vomit.
Oh.
And it's just lying there.
Half of your body weight's like 20 kilos?
Half of my body weight at the time was like fucking 250 pounds, which was like 120 kilograms.
Gee.
I did not realize that I was so overweight until that time, but hey, I've lost like fucking almost 50 pounds since coming here, so, you know. That's nice.
Okay.
But anyway, fucking like... So I vomit, and then I feel miraculously better, and then I say I got a shit. and then I'm just on the toilet for like 10 minutes, and Nos fucking calls out from her room, "Are you gonna be okay?" And then I don't answer for a while. I just sit there, thinking about my life.
Did you go,
No, I sat there silently with my fucking head in my hands, thinking about my life. Because I just vomited up fucking the schmooze. And I just fucking have the liquid diarrhea shits.
Alright.
And then I think after that, I
just went to bed.
I think I just went to bed.
Alright.
I was like, today is done.
But the funny thing about that is that after that, he was just like, I don't think I'm gonna be drinking again. And then, only maybe a month or two later, I get invited to a Halloween party. And he comes with, and he gets there, and he decides, I'm gonna mix
Let
what
me
was it,
fucking tell
vodka
the story.
and it's not a huge story. It's just
I want you to.
I mostly wanted to emphasize the vodka and whiskey bit.
I want you to know something. What I'm doing right now. I went to Tumblr, right? And
Yep.
Always a mistake.
and I went to Phil Snake's channel, and I just noticed that the fucking shit that he likes and reblogs is just getting more and more graphic.
We've determined, he's finally revealed the specific time that he has a titty hour, and
He has it on a queue.
yeah, he has it on a queue. It's always 1 to 2 a.m. Paris time.
Yeah, I'm
And,
just sitting
like,
here watching literal graphic porn tit fucks
Yeah.
and boobs. I'm not
Giant
complaining.
Hitomi Tanaka boobs.
I'm not complaining.
No, it's like if he wants to post titties,
Look,
that's fine. I'm not
it
gonna
is
obviously
his
I'm not gonna
blog.
stop him. Yeah.
It is his blog. He is allowed to post what he wants.
Honestly,
but
I'm
holy
kind of
shit.
enjoying
Yeah.
it.
It's just that I can't get Xkit working on my computer, so I can't fucking block any of it. It's like I don't want to unfollow Failsnake, but I also don't want my dashboard covered in Japanese titty
Now,
every night.
for
I
context,
have nothing against it.
it is not that she is against boobs.
Oh no!
It is that she has to go on. It's that she goes to work and she can go on Tumblr at work. And if you have boobs on your computer at work, that's a bad thing.
Yeah, so
it's
do
like
I. No one cares.
Well, it's like I just don't want my dashboard just completely covered in titty for a good chunk of time. That's just how I like to keep my dashboard.
I kind of
We
like
have also determined that Fail Snake, we need to get him a girlfriend.
We really do.
We need to get him a fund, and we have determined the perfect girlfriend for Fail Snake.
Karl.
No, you don't have tits. You have brick house.
Muscle tits.
Yeah, basically. We have determined that his ideal girlfriend would be one thing: J-cup tits, half black, half Japanese.
Alright.
Fucking thighs that look like they could smother a watermelon.
That sounds pretty fucking
An
delicious.
ass for days, but a tiny waist. If
Yeah.
we get him, and she also has to be tiny.
Who wouldn't want that? Honestly.
I don't want to fucking look, Karl. You have not been in the game as long as I have.
I mean,
Imagine the ramifications.
just in terms of just fucking. I mean, for me, it's all about personality.
For me, I would like to not drown in flesh.
Then why the fuck are you dating me?
Shut up.
So yeah, where were we again? You were about to.
We were talking about me going to a Halloween party and fucking I was dressed in a Hello Kitty Snuggie, one of those horse masks you've seen me in, and I had a broom.
Okay.
And I called my costume the Horserer.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you told
Do
me
you know-
about this.
Yes, my wizard voice. Yes, I spoke like this the entire party. I did not break character at all.
Well, at
Like,
least towards the end.
Until
anyway.
the end, where everyone was either left or I was just too fucking drunk to continue with it. And I finally removed my mask after hours of being in it.
My only question is, how did you live in Michigan for 20 years without getting drunk once?
What the fuck? I would contemplate suicide, that's why.
Oh.
But anyway, I decided I'm going to be the man with the biggest set of balls at the party.
Alright.
And I decide to get a red Solo cup, always a good start to a story, you've seen movies. And I do half whiskey, half vodka. And I mix it.
Alright.
And I try to trick people into drinking it because I'm an asshole.
Alright.
But then eventually no one wants to try my concoction, which I call the horse fucker.
Well, yeah, because you were surrounded by practiced drinkers, and they were just looking at you are you stupid? Are you being serious right now?
And and then I take a drink of it, because fuck it, I don't care. I've made my bed and I'll shit in it.
Good.
It's the worst thing I've ever tasted in my life. And I managed to get a gulp down, and then my throat wants to revolt against my body and prolapse outside of my mouth. It's like my stomach is punching me in the stomach.
Sounds like the medieval week.
It's my intestines, my liver wants to go on strike. And then I pour the rest of it out, and I just stick to the other drinks at the party and having people mix them up for me. By the way, none of this alcohol was cold. Because they decided, no, we're not going to chill the drinks. We're not going to keep them in a thing that'll keep them cool. We're going to have warm alcohol.
Yeah, a lot of it had kind of been sitting out for a little while. That little, galaxy-looking drink that I had probably would have been a little better if it had been kept in the refrigerator a little longer.
And then we had a costume contest, and I somehow got second place.
Alright.
Do you fuck?
I would have gone to that fucking thing and be like, "Who are you? I'm Karl."
By the way, Nos was dressed as the Doof Warrior, and she won third place, which I thought was bullshit
God.
because
I love your nostalgia for that. The Doof Warrior's
It
the
wasn't
fucking
fucking
greatest.
third place. I was maybe fourth or fifth.
It's still bullshit because you worked fucking hard on that. I fucking saw you work on that for a goddamn month to get it all correct, and then it's oh, here's me in my fucking retard costume because UPS fucked up the delivery of my wizard robes and my wizard hat. And I was just fuck it, I'm not gonna fucking back out now. I'm gonna fucking, go in your Hello Kitty Snuggie, wear over the horse mask, and use the fucking broom as my staff.
Yeah, you were against the idea. At first you were all I don't know, it doesn't really sound like a good idea. I was like, fuck it, it's so goofy looking, just put it on, it'll be perfect for a robe, and if nothing else, it's a Hello Kitty Snuggie and a horse mask. How can you go wrong?
Also, nostalgia, I just want to say that because you dressed up as the fucking Doof Warrior, I fucking love you even more for that. But it's not to break character. I still think you're a faggot.
Oh yeah. that ain't fucking changing.
Yeah,
it was great. The party was fun. I don't know why people love that fucking outfit. Maybe because I just didn't break wizard character once. I spoke in grandiose terms that you'd hear some fucking LARPer speaking, and I was just fuck it. I'm dressed in the fucking worst costume in existence. I'm gonna fucking roll with it.
is this a Halloween episode again?
Yes. Since you missed the last one.
Welcome!
Yeah.
Welcome to Fresh Karlcast, the third Halloween episode in a fucking row!
Second.
But no, mostly it
No, we had
started off
another
as
one.
let's interview nostalgia, and then
kinda.
went off the rails with drunk stories.
Yeah,
yeah.
that tends. We always go off
Yeah,
the rails with our fucking conversations.
Yeah, but that's the thing, it's always fun to go off the rails, because then you always get something to talk about, you know?
Yeah.
Right now we're doing something we don't want to do, and that is just talking about what the fuck we should be talking about, so continue!
That was my drunk story. I fucking vomited purple and shit all over the toilet.
Good. Fucking hell.
And
Did I ever tell you about the story when how I met a friend called Eric?
weren't you just drunk at Medieval Week?
Yeah, like a series, and he just showed up wherever I was, just randomly.
He was stalking you.
No, he wasn't, that's the thing. Alright, so...
It's funnier to say if he was stalking you.
So, first, I think I was 18 at the time, right? So, I get to the medieval festival with this, basically bow makers that I recently had met. So we were, shooting bows and arrows and, teaching people how to do it. And he was one of the jesters. And later during that night, because we had this tradition where we always invite the, other people to our camps. So our camp basically become party central. So we invite them, and this is where I meet him in the first time. He has a big ass fucking mustache and a beard. And so we talk to him, and he's just sitting there like getting smashed on like rum and shit. And he tells me, "Oh, my name is Eric," and then I go to the like half a year later. I go to the medieval week in Gotland, and I meet him there as well, just randomly. I'm like, holy shit! And so he invites me to meet his friend, who literally lived in a tent under a bridge and brewed mead.
Jesus.
So we go into the fucking like what it's called Nordegrava, which is the North Graves, which are basically like 1,000 years ago there was a battle there, and they just had a mass graves. So people always sit on the mass graves during that festival and drink. So we sat there drinking with like pirates and shit. The next time I believe I meet him in the same place I met him again, and then the next year I get to this fucking place again, and I meet these Vikings, right? And they say like, "Oh, we have a fucking Viking boat up north, like in the middle of Sweden, like in the middle of fucking nowhere," right?
I guess.
So I'm like, fuck yeah, if you invite me to become part of your fucking Viking ship crew, of course I'll fucking go there. So me and Mikael, we get up there, and so we're basically sitting there having fun. And I'm sitting around the table, right? And we're like drinking and playing like chess or something. When suddenly this guy, like, he's missing his... No, wait! No, this is where he has a fucking giant mustache and shit, and like a big fur cap, and I don't remember him. It's like, he just goes over the fucking table, kisses me, and gives me a big hug. It's like, Karl! I'm like, I must have left a good impression on someone. Who are you? You don't remember me? No. Eric! Who? From Grafnäs. Eric! And then we basically like, alright, fucking this is getting stupid. Where do you live? And then he tells me where he lives, and you know how close he lived to me?
What?
He lives like 20 minutes away by train.
Jesus.
And that's how a good friendship started.
I wish I had friendships that good. That weren't online.
Hey, online friendships are good because then you can just insult people.
Yeah, but then I can't punch you in the dick ever, and we can't have a dick punching contest.
Dick punching contest, dick contest.
Face to face, man face.
I don't know why. I think it's because I know you better than Nostalgia Fresh, that I'm like willing to say all this like I'm going to fuck you in the ass and shit.
I don't know, Nos knows me pretty well.
Yeah, I mean I'm just talking about you and me right now, because I know right now it feels weird if I would be like, hey Nostalgia, is it okay if I fuck you right in the cunt and punch you in the face?
Yeah, I'd have to murder you a little bit.
I know, it just feels weird because I have nothing against saying that. It's just, I don't know, it feels weird.
It's probably because we've had maybe precisely like 3 conversations together.
Something like that, which is, strange for me because that's often the like topic I go up into on the first conversation. But yeah, anyway, do you want to read these fucking questions?
Oh, fuck, I thought that you'd forget about those.
No. Right, you ready?
Oh, fucking boy.
So the story behind this is like 2 years ago, in the last Fresh Karlcast, we made a...
She doesn't watch our Karlcast, by the way, because she
do.
thinks it's shit. I thought you said it was shit.
It is
Well,
shit.
I watched them a little bit, and I was like, well,
shit,
95% of the episodes are just kind of y'all going off on tangents and never actually getting to what the fuck you're gonna talk about, so I'm just kind of like, okay, cool.
I like to think that's part of the appeal.
Yeah, apparently, because people want more of this shit. I don't know why.
Apparently.
But that's what they want. Alright, so the first... Let's see here. The first question is from Maxime. He asks, if you could get a third permanent member, who would it be? Sail Snake, clearly.
I get if we need an expert on hentai titties and also Japanese titties.
I know, I mean, in the last episode we had... Or well, the
We did
last
have
2
Alpha.
episodes that we recorded out disappeared due to Alpha.
Yeah,
We had Alpha on.
we did. And then Alpha forgot to fucking record his lines because he's a fucking stupid idiot.
So yeah, I
Good
know.
job.
I know, honestly, because me and Fresh are... The way we speak, I don't think any sane person would want to be part of.
Knots just fucking raised her eyebrows like, yeah.
Well, hey, I certainly wouldn't fucking mind. I don't give a shit. The only difficult thing being
You
that
know
it
what?
would
What,
it
you
would
know
probably
what? We gotta
have
be-
to be on like Mondays because
We
I'm never fucking here.
You know what?
We're going to become
I-
the nostalgic Fresh Karlcast.
You know what? I think that Nos would be perfect, and do you want to know why?
Why?
I hate to do this, and Nos looks so concerned at me right now. She is making
What are
a
you about
face
to
of
do?
despair. I think that she's perfect because she's a girl. Now, before you make assumptions on
That
we
sounds
need
so
tits in
stupid.
the show. No,
You need the token
but she-
female.
audio
Okay, I
touch,
see how it is. God.
but it will make people angry because people will be like, "Well, you got a girl. Why you gotta fucking involve a girl in this? She's probably not a fan of Warhammer 40k. She's got boobs."
Alright, you know
And
what?
You say,
you know
you say
what?
that that's-
You know what?
you
You
say that-
actually fucking with that. You actually talked me to it. Nostalgia. Alright, let's do it. You're fucking part now.
Congratulations, you're part of the
Jesus.
DK crew.
I can hear it now. Oh my god, she sounds like a 10-year-old girl. Why is she even there?
Yeah,
Oh my
nostalgia.
god, when
stop-
did you guys get to be
Yeah,
self-justice
nostalgia.
warriors?
Why haven't you dropped your balls yet?
She gonna talk about feminism and Tumblr all the time.
I'm still waiting for nostalgia
God.
to drop her tits.
Are you gonna talk about the Sisters of Battle?
Hey, nostalgia, my dick is bigger than yours. At least I hope.
Bullshit. I'll fucking fight you.
Fucking nostalgia's massive engorged clitoris.
Fun
I've got a
fact, me
fucking,
and
I've
Karl,
got a
inches.
hyena clit. Fun fact.
Fun fact,
Dear
we're gonna
God.
reveal personal information on here. Me and Karl have compared and talked about our penis sizes.
Yeah,
once.
we have.
It was a fucking deep and intimate conversation.
I can't remember it though. To be honest.
I was a little bit bigger than you, but we both have massive dongers.
Yeah, we actually do. It's pretty stupid.
It's incredibly stupid, but that's.
I mean, if anything, I'm the one who should know because me being Karl, I have had sex with numerous men, and my dick has always been bigger than theirs.
My dick causes problems.
Yeah, because it's basically Dick's Fresh. Basically, Fresh's dick is the size of a boxing glove.
Yeah, basically.
It's also
I can
shaped
do,
like one.
Hello, my name is Fresh. I like to punch the pussy.
It gives an entire new meaning to the word of fisting, but yeah.
It gives a fucking.
So yeah,
brand new-
nostalgia. Can you talk about the size of clit now, please?
Yes, I have a hyena clit. Fun fact. It is prehensile.
Dear God, is it like a fucking Cthulhu tentacle?
I can strangle a man with it.
There's going to be a new H.P. Lovecraft novel
She
called
strangled
fucking
me with
Nostalgia's
it.
Clitoris.
Okay, but yes, I want Nos to be here because one, I feel as if she can keep up with me, she can probably keep up with you as well. Secondly, it will make people incredibly upset because change.
Yeah.
And
She's
also a
just
girl.
there because she's your girlfriend. Yeah.
I want
God.
people to say it. I want people to get mad at it. I want it to happen. I want people to judge me for it. I want people to fucking say that, oh, you're just shilling out your girlfriend. I bet she's not even that hot. I bet I could fuck her better. And it's like, you can certainly try to compare your dong to mine, but again, my dick is common sense.
I'm going to be honest. I fucking what the fuck was I going to say again? Oh yeah,
I don't fucking know. I
think
can't
I
read
think
mine.
Nostalgia's a good fucking competitor in this because she's a total fucking faggot. She's an idiot and a
Fucking
total faggot, and I hate her. So yeah, she's good.
So, congratulations. We need to redo the logo again to add your face.
No,
Good.
just Photoshop. Not like use MS Paint for that. A stick figure with tits.
Well, I gotta emphasize the tits, man.
Hey,
'Cause how are you
hey,
gonna,
I wouldn't
how are you gonna
complain.
tell
I
I'm
wouldn't.
female
I wouldn't
otherwise?
fucking complain if someone made a stick figure of me with giant fucking dick.
You already have done that to me, except it wasn't a stick figure.
Yeah, it was a very graphic picture. Actually, it wasn't that graphic.
It wasn't. But you always draw me with like a dick that hangs out of my goddamn knees.
I still like the latest picture I did though, with you and Make when you have like a giant elephant dong and you're fat.
Why was I fat?
I know, I just felt like making you fat.
And Mako's just some skinny fucker with like a fucking...
A dick the size of a thumb. And it's literally choking a chicken.
Yeah, he is choking a chicken and I'm ordering him to choke a chicken.
Yeah, under threat of fucking death with a javelin. Why did I make that picture again?
I don't know, because you were having a fucking fever dream.
Like, why do you do anything?
I know, because to get something to get a story.
But yes, now it is official. Nost is now the third member of the Fresh Karlcast.
On Mondays,
Behold my works, ye fuckers, in despair.
she's a quote-unquote regular guest, meaning that she will be on every fucking year. One time every year, because we only publish like 7 shows a year. Actually, no, that's not even true. We published 4 shows in 2 years.
It's like you haven't even had fucking 7 episodes.
Yeah.
Damn.
Alright, so
Look.
that was the first question.
Yes.
Alright, so, oh my god, this is a double question. God.
Oh, fuck. No, you only answer one part of the question. You don't get fucking 2
No,
questions. We
2
said you
questions.
get- God fucking damn it, Karl.
Alright, so-
You're weak.
Jonathan Ferguson.
Okay.
I have 2 questions, Warhammer 40k related and a personal one. Ooh, can't wait for the personal one. A Warhammer 40k question. What if Karl/Fresh say if I told them that I remade hover technology, then built a hovering Baneblade prototype?
You're a faggot.
I'd say, okay, sure, why not? It's Warhammer.
Baneblade meme is dead.
It is.
Games.
I don't know.
Anyway.
Alright, personal question. What Karl/Fresh act or look like if the Scandinavian countries maintain a heavy amount of Viking culture? First off, Fresh isn't.
I'm not Scandinavian.
I don't know, I would just look the same that I do right now.
You look the same and you'd probably act the same.
Yeah.
There'd be literally no difference. It's just that Karl would probably be dressed in furs.
Well, I'm going to be totally honest, I actually have a Viking shirt on me right now.
Of course you do.
I do.
Let's pretend for a minute that I am Scandinavian, because apparently someone thinks that I live in fucking Sweden with Karl.
Yeah.
Which is
Fresh lives under my bed.
yeah, basically I'm the boogeyman.
Yeah, he's the boogeyman, but I scare him.
I live under your couch because every now and then money crawls down here, and then I can go buy a sandwich.
Basically, this is what I imagine, like, Fresh is trying to sleep, and he hears, like, me is rumbling around, and then he looks to the left, like, the glint, you can see of the window, like, the moonlight, and, he looks at the moon, be in the crack of the bed, and from the top of the moon, like the top of the bed, this massive dick lowers down slowly, drooping.
It just slithers out like a snake.
Volcano foreskin.
Aw, don't mention fucking volcano foreskin. Put a link to volcano foreskin in the description of the video.
Yeah, I can't wait to be fucking DMCA'd.
Are you okay over there?
I find that funny. Anyway. So, I guess if I was a Viking, I'd probably just tool around with Karl. That'd basically be it.
We would finally fulfill our evil plan of stealing the Viking ship.
Yeah, and then we'd be on the run for the rest of our lives, but it'd be beautiful.
It would be like Clive and Bonnie.
The 2 retards that stole a Viking boat and disappeared.
That's a great movie. So yeah, the third question. No subject, from Grim Looter. Hello, Alpha Legionnaires! Significantly more important than I.
Yes.
I am Looters. Fresh may, but probably won't remember me as a random guy on the Alpha Legion Steam chat that called him a
Nope.
fucking douchebag once. I have a silly question for you, and a proper one for Fresh.
Okay.
My silly question is, seeing as Games Workshop never touched on the subject, I'm having nearly constant arguments on the matter. Do you think it's canonically possible for Space Marines to have sex? Is there evidence of them having done so that you know of?
Okay.
Do their
answer.
genitals still even function in a way that would allow them to get it on with an oddly lustful sister of battle? I must have your
Of
opinion.
course.
I mean, I don't even want to be a space marine if given the opportunity somehow, if one of their augmentation is erectile dysfunction gland, also known as the badge of shame.
That question gave me cancer, but I can't answer it. In the Space Wolf novel series, there is the main character who mentions multiple times that he likes to get drunk and fuck women.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, Space Marines can have sex with normal human women.
I don't think that if they can. I mean, I think their like sperm is basically like power thirst.
I mean, their sperm would probably be, like, rendered inert, or at least, like, changed to the extent that you could no longer impregnate a woman with it.
I like this whole fantasy about Space Marines fucking sisters of battle. It's like.
It's weird. I mean,
it's like,
and this is...
okay. If you really want that, just look for it. But this is fucking Warhammer 40k. We don't need that shit. It's grimdark.
Yeah, we don't need fucking, I mean...
We already had
fucking
demonettes.
happens, clearly.
Yeah, and it's like there's plenty of porn of it. It's like, fuck it, don't let the canon get in the way of your fantasies. It hasn't stopped anybody from drawing orcs fucking sisters of battle.
No,
Oh man,
the
that
real
reminds me of
question
that
is...
fucking fanfiction.
The real question is, how big would their dicks be? Because would they have, like, giant dongers to match them proportionally, or would they keep their regular human-sized penises, but they have, like, massive Space Marine bodies?
I imagine they would have like augmented dicks with like battle scars on them.
My uncut, augmented dick is ready to
Chainsaw-
open fire in the
chainsaw
streets of
penis.
Detroit.
Jesus.
Melt a gun.
Anyway,
Alright,
so...
the proper one is
Yes.
what happened to Fresh Tales of the Cure from the Crypt.
Of course.
That was some really funny shit, and I would probably stop thinking about it, whether or not Space Marines have the ability to sustain an erection for a second if another episode was ever announced. Well, good luck,
it's in
good
production.
news for you! 2
It's
years
in
ago, we're making a third one!
It's finally happening. Karl finally got the fucking motivation. Now, he said this like 5 months ago, granted.
This is my fault.
But hey, it's happening.
I
so,
still have to finish the fucking art for it.
Yeah.
just fucking do
Finish
it.
the fucking art. Do it!
Do it.
Make your dreams come true!
Do it.
Then again, I should
Dreams be memes.
fucking... I mean, I'm not the one to fucking talk. But yeah, that's basically your answer.
But yeah,
Violent
it's
scream.
happening. Congratulations. Also, fucking you called me a douchebag in the Steam chat. I wonder who else has done that as I add your name to the pile of people who have done that exact same thing. But I don't care, because I don't know you.
This is a question for Fresh, actually.
This keeps happening.
Stephanie Linksfoot.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
The question, the topic is questions about Narl.
What? Oh, fuck!
I was curious about Narl's wife, the void-born scum he got pregnant, or someone else. Also, what's her name, if you can remember?
I can remember, actually. Okay, so, you want to know about Narl's waifu, eh? Her name was Red.
Red.
He got her knocked up on a mission as they were being shelled by artillery because Narl's dong cannot be stopped by heavy ordnance. I'm not even making that up. And and then they had a psyker child, and his name was Flavian.
Flavian. His name was Clavicus Vile.
Flavor Flavian.
And Flavian had the exact same starting stats as Narl and was exactly as huge.
Good.
Except he was blue.
Why?
Because the fucking Voidborn was also blue.
Oh yeah, of course. Fucking.
Narl was not a very
So now we have a
father.
So now we have a mint flavored Narl running around.
He is not nearly as rapey as Narl.
All right.
I mean, it's hard to, be as rapey as Narl unless you're like a Slaneshi space marine, but
Good.
I'm not proud of Narl. I'm not proud of the things that I did. I'm not proud of the things that he did. I'm not proud of his backstory. I'm not proud of the fact that Narl exists and still exists because he fucking won Dark Heresy.
The next question is from Kargador Nova. If you could make a awesome Destiny-like RPG for 40k, except with actual storytelling, non-broke loot system, etc., what Easter eggs would you put in there, like Boreal Demon Prince boss with a mini volcano cannon shooting and his bald head and getting reflected at the player?
Okay, one, I will answer this again.
This was 2 years ago.
Destiny fucking sucks. Secondly, fuck off.
Was it 2 years ago?
Next question.
2014. Was the fucking Boreal shit still?
No,
Because
it was
people
dead.
People just won't let it go. We haven't done
Okay, look.
Boreal in anything in years.
Look, Boreal is dead. The Karen is dead.
Boreal
the Baneblade
died
meme
there.
is dead. All of this shit memery. It's not funny anymore.
But yeah.
It's time to stop. Anyway, fuck off. Next question.
No, we haven't answered this fucking question. What Easter eggs?
Just-
If we made a game, what Easter eggs would we have? I would like to have.
Fucking.
I've actually been thinking about this. I would just want to have myself in there, and I would be like a useless janitor or something.
I'd like to have myself there, but you can't interact with me because I don't fucking want to talk to you.
Yeah, that's basically it. We would just implement ourselves in the game and be useless.
We could help. We could probably win the game, but we don't want to.
Alright, so Brother Apollonius, a relevant question. Dearest, people, I don't know. I'm trying to poop, but I waited too long and it stuck. What should I do? Finally,
you're probably
a good
dead.
question.
You're
Pull it
probably
out.
dead.
Pull it out.
Be a monkey
get
and pull it out.
Get a mop.
Yeah, basically, like, either you've died from, like, the reverse
Get a
of
plunger.
dysentery. Like, you've died of constipation, which is a thing that can happen.
You know, there's like porn videos of people just sitting on giant dongs, like dildos. Like,
Yes.
Yes.
giant fucking bejesus, and they need to like squat to get it in.
Yes.
What you need to do that, but with a plunger.
Just plunge your asshole.
Yeah,
Yeah, I could link you to the perfect example.
Please no.
I want to see
Karl
it.
doesn't need to see that yet.
What do you mean yet?
As in, we'll show you after the Karlcast.
All right, sure.
Everyone needs to see it.
Alright, so fresh Karlcast Q&A. Jeremiah Jeter. I actually know this guy due to his fucking avatar. Or well, I recognize him because his avatar is like a Viking looking really confused.
Okay.
I have a few questions, however I shall try to keep them short. Number 1. Please tell me Please tell me that you both plan on continuing with the fresh Karlcast. I look forward to each episode. Oh yeah.
Well,
Oh yeah,
guess
now I
what?
remember this motherfucker, because this is the fucking guy who's been fucking constantly barraging me for the past 3 years
Two.
about it.
Well, congratulations. It exists now.
Yes.
Like, once again,
Number 2.
we want to do it more, I guess.
You made your dreams come true.
Number 2. Any more wonderful tales of Narl and his escapades?
Oh, fuck. I knew that this would happen as soon as I reveal what Narl was. Okay. Besides the twerking, okay, let's talk about the time Narl impregnated his wife-to-be with their first child, and only child.
Okay.
Because luckily for everyone in existence, Narl has a low sperm count.
I'm ready, I got my beer here. I've already eaten
Okay.
my beef jerky though.
So the party was on a planet to take care of a rebellion by a planetary governor who had sold his, forces to Nurgle.
Okay.
So we've been fighting, zombie, people with guns. And we'd just gotten to this haunted-ass mansion, because this was where he used to live, and we're investigating it, looking for clues and shit. And the Arbite is getting fucked over by ghosts, because he has a really low willpower save. He's getting thrown against walls, he got shoved into a harpsichord. He started playing the harpsichord when he got possessed for a little bit, but then he got released because the ghost didn't like him. The psyker was high off of their goddamn gourd on drugs at the time. And Narl picked up the scum and was like, hey, you wanna have sex? You wanna have making fuck? And this also, funnily enough, was the situation where the GM was finally, okay, roll your dick size.
Yeah, 12 inches.
12
Fucking
inches
Jesus.
of horrible dong.
Corruption
A
of
foot
champion
long.
this up.
A foot-long, strong dong.
Fucking corruption of
anyway.
champions.
And then after that, he was like, okay, I want you to roll your weapon skill. And I was like, why? Because this is gonna be if your sperm hits the egg. I'm not even kidding.
Good.
And then I critically succeeded. And that happened. Now you might be wondering, why would these rolls happen? And I will answer that question. One, because the GM was weak. The GM did not know when to put their foot down. Secondly, I just wanted to fuck with people. Because I was a fucking shitty 18-year-old kid. And then the house started getting barraged with fucking mortars and shit. And then Narl was like, well, time to put my dick away and put my dick in them.
Good.
And
What a romantic tale.
It was a romantic tale, and fucking Narl didn't even get a chance to do that because one of them critically failed to use a mortar, so the GM just said they loaded in a mortar shell backwards.
The time is late.
And then they blew up. Now, that might not be what actually happens when you do that, but Narl was still very disappointed that he got blue-balled like that.
Okay.
Every time we tell a Narl story, Karl just gets more and more uncomfortable.
I don't get uncomfortable, it just goes on and on.
Welcome to Narl, his dong also goes on and on.
Number 3. I almost said number 3rd. Number 3. I love Gmod, and I heard that you both play it. Could I add both of you on Steam? No.
No.
Well, you can, but it's not going to go anywhere, here's the thing, I never fucking play games.
He doesn't.
I'm really boring like that, I don't know, by the way, people that are looking at this, you can don't gift me games, because it won't go anywhere. It's better if you spend them on yourself.
Speaking of games, when the fuck are we gonna play Diablo again?
Shh.
We should probably do that, probably after the Karlcast at some point.
Still have that fucking video.
Oh right, the video. You need to still work on that. Karl plays
I haven't even begun.
Why?
Because I keep forgetting about it.
Fuck it. Okay, here's your fucking priority list now. I'm your fucking boss now, apparently. Work on Fresh Tales 3. Get that out, because that's what the people want.
I actually need a boss.
Well, I'll be your fucking boss then. Work on Fresh Tales 3.
I want you to
Just
pay me in your
work on it.
fucking toenail shavings then.
Okay, good. I have some fresh toenail clippings right next to me. I literally do.
Good. Better get some milk for that. Alright, so...
Yeah.
Is there ever
Second.
going to be an episode 3 of Fresh Tales? Yes!
Yes.
There is.
It's being worked on right now. Work being a mild way of putting it. It's called
Work being laying in a ditch covered in vomit. So, Marshall Beresford. I actually also fucking remember this avatar because he is one of the people that comments a lot on my videos. I also remember it because it's like some dude deep throating a banana. Hey, Carl.
It's not a banana.
Hey, Karl and Fresh. I was wondering why there was a lack of Slanesh. It would be cool if you could discuss all the Chaos Gods, including Malice.
Okay.
And
Because
just have a general discussion about all 4 to 5 of them. Glory to Slanesh.
okay, you wanna know why we don't talk about fucking Slanesh all that much? Because the fandom for fucking Slanesh is cringe. It's creepy. It's weird. You fuckers are all into fucking like vor vomit, pedophilia, scat, fucking jerking off, the fucking.
That reminds me, like, I never understood the fucking, fucking vor.
I don't understand it either.
Like,
but
really, I don't see the appeal.
I also don't see the appeal. It's weird. But anyway, fucking like, we don't talk about Slanesh because you fuckers are weird.
I mean,
Like,
It's like the minute Slanesh comes up, it usually devolves into some sort of discussion about how about we have some Slaneshi Chaos Marines raping a bunch of Sisters of Battle, and it's like, how about we focus on some of the other aspects of Slanesh for once?
or you know, in a certain cringy Alpha Legionnaire's opinion that we know, but he won't go away, a Slaneshi Sister of Battle with a fucking cock that's also a child.
what?
Yeah,
Good.
we know that person.
Good.
Yeah.
It's no one in the veterans chat, but it's someone we know.
Oh, I think I know
Like,
who it
you know,
is.
we could focus on the art, or we could focus on the music, or just the general experiencing
Let me
life to
guess,
its fullest. But no, it's all about the
Is it
the
Nightmare?
food tentacle rape.
It's not Nightmare. Nightmare was just a neo-Nazi that I drove out.
Alright, then I...
I was like St. Patrick driving out the snakes from Ireland, except this time I was me driving out the neo-Nazis from the veterans chat.
God damn, I'm sorry. Fucking hell,
But anyway, no, it was fucking like,
a person.
it was a person. I shouldn't name names because, you know, them dramas, but I think we all know who it is, except for Karl, like me and Nos at least do.
I know, for some reason I'm thinking Mako, but he wouldn't
It's
go
not
there.
Mako. Mako's not that bad.
I know, I was like, no, it couldn't be.
Mako doesn't do that.
Yeah, I
Mako
know.
has dignity. But, oh yeah, that's also another thing, is like, you fucking people that always want to talk about Slanesh, you always have these fucking weird cuddle pile, lewd bullshit orgies, and I'm not even a prude. I'm a sin lord. I am a sin master. Nos knows this for a fact. Karl also probably knows this.
Speak to yourself,
Because,
dude.
you know, fucking how else would I have the knowledge to get volcano foreskin? I don't jack off to that, but I had the knowledge to find it.
Yeah, same, so do I.
But anyway, fucking like, it's,
But yeah,
you
so-
fuckers lack any sort of dignity. You lack any sort of like self-restraint.
This is a very
fucking-
good conversation about Slanesh.
It's a very good conversation. Just stop being so fucking cringy. Focus on something other than the fucking.
Yeah, like... wealth.
Just anything involving
I would like to
the
see...
experience of sensation.
I would like to see some kind of like Slanesh, like cultist or something that's just all about fucking wealth.
Yeah, like an excess of wealth, or, you know, fucking like. Slanesh people have an excess of everything, so maybe make some fat fucker who just wants to shove food into his face all the goddamn time until his, like, stomach bursts open and he gets a mutation. His stomach is just, like, constantly fucking expanding or some shit.
More
No,
or
wait,
less.
that's also a fetish. Fuck.
Oh yeah, it is. Fuck, Jesus. Well, fits to Slanesh, I guess. But anyway,
I guess.
so, that was
More or
Slanesh.
less
So,
Malagar,
Korn...
greatest Nurgle champion.
Here's the problem I see with Korn. I began liking, like, when I got into Warhammer, I was like, yeah, fucking yeah, Korn, because it's all about bloodshed and murder. But now I've just kind of gone, I think it's just, like, sort of dull now, because it's so one-sided.
Yeah, he's very, because, you know, with him, the main focus is always, you know, just girl, murder, maim, and it's like, well, is there anything else we can do?
I mean,
Is there anything else we can sort
no.
of, like, channel
Korn,
this into?
Now, Korn also represents, like, martial honor and justice
Yeah.
and prowess and shit, but it also says that inevitably you're just gonna turn into an insane berserker who just wants to skullfuck the universe.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, it's fun for a while, but eventually it's like, well, what else can we do?
Yeah, exactly. And Nurgle, though, Nurgle is my favorite Chaos God, just because it's like, it's this horrible fucking plague piece of shit covered in canker sores, is vomiting everywhere, but he loves you.
Karl
he's so
loves
happy.
Nurgle because he's disgusting.
I know, I
And
just
his
like the
followers are also disgusting.
concept that like you have like these fucking fucked up zombie marines, but they're like really happy about it.
Yeah, that's the whole thing about Nurgle. It's like, yeah, everything is awful, but it's great.
And then there's Tzeentch, who's just like constantly fucking up, but he just goes just as planned, and it's like I'll never lose, and that's fucking boring.
Yeah, it's like it feels like any plot with a Tzeentchian character is literally going to be everything's going to go great until suddenly it doesn't.
It's like, oh, Tzeentchian characters can always make these grandiose plans of like fucking everything's going exactly to plan, but then that can be ruined when a fucking space marine shows up and just decides to punch through everything.
What can I say? Siege works in mysterious ways. Eyes, grant us eyes.
Fucking stop with that fucking Casa, some say Cosm bullshit.
Cause, or some say, cosm. But yeah, so
You probably just make a Tzeentchian character like that, and that's pretty much one of the better ways to do it, I guess.
Malice. What is there to say about Malice?
Malice doesn't fucking exist.
Yeah, there you go. End of conversation!
End of fucking conversation.
Jonathan Francis Smith. Shut up, fuck off, Phil Snake. It's not Phil Snake.
But his name's... That's not Phil Snake's name.
I thought about Francis and I thought of France, and I immediately thought of Phil Snake. Hi guys, when are you going to release the next installment of Fresh Tales from the Crypt? Answered that already. Let's see here. Arcane. Would you be interested in playing Dark Heresy, Only War, or other Warhammer RPGs with fans?
Karl hasn't fucking played an RPG in like a year.
Yeah, I know, because I suck at them.
You don't suck at them. You just tend to play the same character.
Yeah, meaning
Just
that
a
I
guy who
suck at
doesn't
them.
give a shit. It's just a guy who doesn't give a shit.
Ain't that the fucking description of sucking at them?
Well, you just gotta, get out of your comfort zone a little bit and just go for it.
Yeah.
Do you fucking think I was in my comfort zone when I made
I'm
Narl?
going to play an albino transvestite midget.
You
Well, you don't
already
have to
did
go that
though.
far out. But...
You already did that though.
Did I?
Yeah, when we fucking like played that one Dark Heresy game with like Alpha and Garrett and some Danish person, and you were like some albino midget,
I can't remember that.
some albino midget scum.
I can't actually remember that.
It was pretty boring.
I mean, honestly, in order for me to go out of my comfort zone, would probably just like play someone normal.
But that's the thing is like if you're a role playing character, you are by definition not a normal person. You are like above you're the cream of the crop.
The cream.
Oh yeah.
Like it's always the thing you have to realize is that you want to always play people that are shit. And that's
yeah.
But like to be a role playing character, you don't necessarily have to be like, the best of the best of the best of the best Mary Sue bullshit, but you have something that sets you apart from regular people.
Yeah, I know. I know. Whenever I play role-playing games, I just like to make a character that's absolute shit. Just to see if I can make it. Like, it becomes a competition for me. Like, against myself. Like that time I made a guardsman character in a Death Watch.
But anyway, you just have to fucking like consult me. Maybe I'm pretty good at this whole role playing thing.
I know. I mean, here's the thing. I was playing in a Rogue Trader campaign with some fans, and the people who was in it just said that I was the best character, and literally all I made was a priest that had a mutation, and all he did was flagellate himself and scream at people.
Jesus.
It's fairly accurate.
Because, like, oh my god, it's an Astartes! Oh, I'm sorry for being in your presence. Oh, I'm sorry for my ugly visage. Let me flagellate myself for the holy god emperor of mankind.
But yeah, just like fucking talk to me maybe. I'm pretty good at making, characters that tend to work.
I don't know.
Like,
I never know how to get the ball rolling with my characters. Like, up to this day, the best character I made is still Moralisk Malagar, and he's a fucking train wreck.
Well, Moralist Malagar he was great, specifically, like, he was shit just because, like, circumstance. He wasn't shit because he was just naturally shit. He was shit because I played Let's Guess That Mutation with the game system.
Oh yeah, me and Fresh, here's the thing, our first, like, roleplay that we made almost was Black Crusade, where he plays Chaos Space Marines, and we had, like, modified it because we just love those mutations, baby.
Now,
So we have
for context, Mikkel started this at first,
Yeah.
and he was the game master, and the players were me, Garrett, Karl, Alpha, Larry, and fucking, like... The first part of the game was fairly normal, where we just, fucked with another Chaos Space Marine warband, and we were under the employ of fucking the Red Corsairs.
Yeah, we literally made space bikers.
Basically, we were the fucking space bikers. We were just a warband called the fucking Lords of Conflagration or something.
Riders of Conflagration.
The Riders of Conflagration, and we were just fucking bikers. But we didn't have bikes. Because we lost our bikes in an asteroid field. When we tried to fucking do sick wheelies off of asteroids. Because we're retards.
Yeah.
Well, okay, my character wasn't, but he was fucking arrogant and fucking the know-it-all fucking, like, traitorous sorcerer person who was stringing along Alpha's character, who was a fucking arrogant-ass Slaneshi person.
Oh yeah.
Who was fucking just self-obsessed and loved himself so goddamn much. Then Larry was just this miserable fucking pledge.
Here's the thing, everyone was Chaos Space Marines except Larry. He was just a normal cultist.
He was a normal human.
And he served as the party's punching bag.
We abused him in so many awful ways.
And
like,
here's the thing, we had, like, modified this game or something, or I think it started out as we didn't know how the, like, corruption
we didn't know the
worked.
mutations. We didn't know how.
So we thought that for every 10 corruption you get a new mutation. So, like, the further it went on, like, the more fucked up we became. And it was fucking hilarious.
We didn't know how it worked, and we thought that infamy and corruption, like, you gain 1d10 after every session.
Yeah.
So, we became as famous as Karn the Betrayer in, like, 9 sessions when we were just being idiots.
Yeah, so we had Hakan, which was Garrett's character, who was like this. He used to be, like, working for the White Scars, but then he went baddie. In the first session, he like, so he's Korn, right? The first session, he literally he's like, he doesn't want to wear a breastplate because it's not honorable.
I thought he didn't want to wear a helmet.
No, well, a helmet and a breastplate. He only wore like pants. And the first session opens with him getting his entire, like, chest ripped out by bolt rounds.
You look so baffled.
I'm not doing anything.
But anyway, fucking yeah, Hakan, he was just an idiot, goddamn simpleton who was just like, I do not want to wear the helmet or the breastplate, it's not honorable.
Yeah, but then he learned...
Then he almost died.
Then he learned his ways, and he wore, like, heavy as fuck armor after that.
We made him.
We literally had to make him.
We did. There was Larry, who was just a miserable fucking human that we kept, like, punching and kicking and vomiting on.
I still like when we, like, faced against a boss and Hakan grabbed Larry's character and threw him at the boss as a projectile.
Didn't he miss?
Oh yeah, he missed.
But anyway, then there's Alpha's character, who I don't know what his fucking character's name was, but he was just a fucking Slaneshi Marine who was just, like, always looking in the mirror constantly. He was self-obsessed. He, like, took the ideas of other people and was like, that's a stupid idea. Now here's my idea. And it was just the exact same fucking idea.
Yeah.
And
everyone applauded when he said it.
Everyone applauded when he said it. And then there was my sorcerer who was... This keeps happening with me playing characters who was basically the only one with, like, common sense. Or at least, like, intelligence. And he was a fucking sorcerer, and the first action he did was blow up a fucking dark apostle of the word bearers, and then because of perils of the warp, almost, like, had a fucking Lord of Change possess him.
Oh yeah, that.
But then he fought it off.
Yeah,
and then
somehow he managed to do it due to good rolls, and we all
And
fucking
then-
like applauded.
And then Mika was like, "You have now pissed off a Lord of Change. It is a personal adversary of yours."
You haven't spoken about Morlos yet.
And then I'm saving the best for last. Then there was Kiwi was also part of it. Kiwi was also Slaneshi, but he wasn't a pretty boy or anything. He was a blood raven who fucking looked at, like, the events of Dawn of War 1 and 2 and was like, "This is fucking stupid, I'm leaving."
Oh yeah.
And he just became Slaneshi because he really wanted to paint pictures.
Oh yeah.
So he fucking just, like, splashed paint onto his armor and just fucking, like, whenever something happened, he just arranged, like, guts and entrails or, like, you know, paint and shit, and just arranged it in, like, ways that would, like, say, "Fuck you, Emperor," or something. And, then there was Karl's character. And he was a Nurgle Marine called Moralisk Malagar. And he started off fairly normal for a Nurgle Marine. But then something beautiful happened. He became grossly fat because of a mutation.
Yeah. It's so fucking hilarious. Like, first off, my character, he was like this fat ass Nurgle who was a cannibal. So every time we killed someone, he ate their brains and shit to get their knowledge due to Astartes bullshit.
Yeah.
And then he got grossly fat, which reduced his speed by like 2 or something.
Yeah. He was slow as shit.
Yeah, and he had like a really disturbing voice. And then he got strange walk, which reduced his speed by even further. And then
I think you said the strange walk was like him,
yes-
walking like that fucking guy from Food Fight.
No, it was the Monty Python silly walk.
Oh, right, that. But wait. So, after this,
And then his legs grew together, making him even slower.
he became Jabba the Slut.
Yeah, he
But
literally
anyway.
became Jabba the butt slut.
But anyway, fucking, like, this is important, by the way. Like, after all of this, and we've all gotten, like, mutations that make us fucking stupid, like, I have wings, Larry's turned into a bug,
A
Fucking, like-
hermaphrodite bug.
Kiwi's
With
head
a
burst into
tentacle
flames and it
tail.
became, like, fucking, like, Kiwi's head burst into flames and he fucking became Ghost Rider, basically. Now, after this, after we basically destroyed a giant demon summoning tower called the Gehenna, because of reasons, we were surrounded by the Dark Apostles' Terminator fucking armored clad bodyguards. And we managed to kill them and we looted their Terminator armor. We are now in endgame gear, basically, at the end of the 4th fucking session. We are not even, like, level 3 yet, basically. So just imagine that shit. So then Meekle says, "I want to play." And, you know, it was either let him play or let the Black Crusade game die. So I was like, "Fuck it, I'll be the GM." And this is when the Black Crusade starts getting fucking retarded. Now, basically,
At this point, we'll all become demon princes. So
no, you fucking idiot. Like, Meekle's character is the mechanic. Like, they've got the machine mutation, they're basically they're augmented. And they, like, fix bikes and shit, and they're the only human we don't treat like absolute garbage. Because he knows how to fix our bikes. But anyway, I start GMing and I say, my sorcerer is just being fucking, like, held in, like, a cell until, like, they go and, like, steal a Space Hulk. And I'm being tortured by having my skin peeled off with potato peelers. And they get onto the Space Hulk. First session, I have a, like, 50 magnitude horde of Hormagaunts, like, assault them. So they have to form a circle. And Alpha's character gets, like, a Hormagaunt dick jammed through his Terminator helmet.
Oh yeah, that literally happened.
It literally happened, and then Alpha got fucking Hormagaunt jizz all over his face,
Somehow.
and Alpha started crying. So,
Right.
you know, that happened. And then a fucking Carnifex burst through a wall of the Space Hulk that they were in, because they were in a hangar bay. And Larry tries to ride it, and he almost dies. And after some shenanigans, they manage to get away. But then the Space Hulk gets into the warp, and they run into Kaldor Drago.
Oh yeah,
Beautiful.
and no one liked him.
No one liked him at all. We don't like this was back when hating Kaldor Drago was still popular because he was a faggot. They get stepped on. Like he just gets stepped on by a bloodthirster who gives like Alva's character a fist bump, and then he flies off.
Yeah, just randomly.
And then Alpha says, my Terminator helmet got fucking fucked in the face by a Hormagaun. I'm gonna wear Kaldor Drago's helmet.
And this is the point where we saw our
But this
mistake
is-
of having Kaldor Drago just appear. We're like, oh shit,
Because-
now people are going to fucking loot his gear.
Yes, and I said that his gear was all smashed and useless, basically. But then Karl says the words that would change the session forever. I want to eat Kaldor Drago's brain. So, Moralist Malagar cracks open Kaldor Drago's skull, and he eats the brain. And I say, you now gain like 3 mutations. 1, you have a disturbing voice. Secondly, your face mutates into that of Matt Ward. Third, no one likes you.
Meaning that nothing really changed except that he gained the face of Matt Ward.
So now he is Matt Ward Jump with a butt slut. And he also gains a mental instability that makes him secretly worship the Emperor.
Oh yeah!
And he whips himself and cries. But anyway, that was fucking stupid. It was a long-ass story. You two need to continue on the podcast for a bit, because I need to go take a shit.
Jesus.
Alright.
Nos, you look so bored.
Well, I mean, I'm kind of, sitting here. I don't have anything to add to the conversation.
So yeah,
Fine,
nostalgia.
ask Nos the story about her role-playing experiences. I'm gonna go take a shit.
So yeah,
I don't have very
so
many.
yeah, nostalgia, the question that I asked you before. Have you... have you ever had condolingus with a chipmunk?
No.
Wow, what a faggot.
I don't even know if there are chipmunks around.
So yeah, what's your latest drawing project then? Have you like drawn a big dick? I don't know.
I'm working on fucking commissions and shit for other people, and the last one that I'm working on right now.
So when do you start
and
drawing porn?
I would be working on it if it wasn't for the fact that you would be able to hear the click, 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 click in my microphone.
Oh.
Was a 3-part commission for somebody. They wanted 3 of their MMO characters. 1 from a game called Ion, 2 from Guild Wars 2.
Right.
And all of them have stupidly intricate armor.
So when do you start drawing porn?
I will start drawing porn when somebody asks me to draw porn that I do not disagree with.
Can you draw me naked on a bear rug with a saxophone?
Specifically you?
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, alright.
You want to pay me?
No.
Well, if you don't pay me, I cannot guarantee that it will be made, so...
I'll pay you in wood shavings. And,
Yeah, no.
and oats.
No.
How about 2 mooses?
No,
No,
I have
really,
no
2
use.
mooses can buy you a lot, dude.
I have no use for moose.
What the fuck? What a faggot.
Like, what the... Where am I going to fucking keep them? I live on Main Street. I have
your-
a very small backyard.
In the toilet, dude. The bathtub.
My toilet's not that large. Unless those are incredibly
Hang on,
tiny.
do I have a bathtub?
Moose. No. I
Shower
don't.
then. Keep them in the shower.
They will not fit in the
What
shower.
the fuck? Alright.
Who has a shower large enough to house a moose, I ask you?
No, it's not. They don't need to be big. You need to, you know, pack them wisely. It's basically what you do, right? Nostalgia is, listen to me. You take the 2 mooses and you shove them down into a car crush, right? So they become cubes. But you squeeze them very gently, so they only break their bones.
Jesus Christ.
And then you have them in there, and then you can sleep to the calming sounds of wailing mooses.
I've already got I've already got the people downstairs screaming about shit. I've got the people upstairs with their screaming child.
You've been talking about those fuckers living upstairs. Who the fuck are they? Are they like Satan upstairs?
Okay,
I want you to tell me the story.
Oh good God, the story. Okay, I've actually got a story from the other night, believe it or not, about the people downstairs.
Alright.
But the people upstairs are, far as I know, it's some young couple, and they have at least one child.
Oh.
And at any time of the day, you can hear the child running back and forth and back and forth, and my ceiling light in this room is just constantly, like, shaking.
I have one word.
Kill?
Bear traps.
Jesus. I don't think I'd be able to get into their house. But, yeah, and then, I don't know if
What do you mean you can't? They live upstairs.
Yeah, they live
get
upstairs,
a chainsaw.
but they have a front door.
Yeah, get a chainsaw and fucking drill a hole in your roof.
Jesus. Also, my landlord lives beside them now.
Well, just blame it on them.
No, but yeah, at any time, it sounds like they're just constantly dropping shit or dragging shit or just being generally hilarious.
Taking a shit on the floor.
And then there's
slipping.
the people. Then there's the people downstairs, which, holy Jesus God,
What is this apartment you live in?
it was so quiet when I first moved in, and then suddenly, I don't know, but the people downstairs, funny story. Actually, not funny, it was fucking mildly terrifying at the time, but, so it was about, like, midnight. I was taking a nap in the living room, and suddenly I hear some woman just screaming her head off, and I can't tell if it's coming from upstairs or outside. She's just cursing a storm at somebody. And then the door to the front lobby opens, and 3 people come in. It's a woman, a dude, and an old dude. And the woman is just going at this dude. Something about, I guess the dude's name was Charlie. I know there's old dude, woman, and Charlie.
Okay.
And she is just like, God, fuck you, Charlie, this is your father, you pick him up, you're being so disrespectful to him, and it's like right there, and really loud, and the old man is, I can't tell what the fuck this old man is saying, cause he is like, hey, you man, you gotta help me down the stairs, I gotta get amen. So it's between this woman just screaming at this dude, this old man just, and this guy.
Okay.
So they're having a thing in the lobby, and everybody, like, with the way these houses are built, you can hear everything from the lobby, like, in the first couple of rooms of your house. It just comes through the door. So, you know, upstairs I can hear my landlord come out and be like, hey guys, is everything, okay? So, and they're just like, yeah, no, it's fine. They get downstairs, and where their house is located, it's a little smaller than ours, and their main living room is directly underneath my bedroom. So, I go in there, and I hear this chick, like, Wolverine growling at these other people about, I don't even know what, I can just hear her screaming, just go to fucking bed! Go to bed! I'm gonna fucking kill you! just screaming her head off at these 2 other dudes, and then suddenly she's crying about something. There's something about the police. Just, I don't know what the literal fuck is going on, and you know, Fresh was awake by this time, because he was trying to sleep back there. We're just sitting there listening to this, and we're just like, should we call the police? Is she gonna, like, she's threatening to kill these dudes? Is this like, what do we do? Oh god. And eventually it finally, like, dies down by by like 1 in the
I
morning.
like the fact that you
But
just
it's
sat
just-
there listening to this like, fuck that.
Well, we're just like, what the fuck? Should we just leave it alone, or do we call the fucking police?
Like, that's the worst part, though. Like, if you, like, hear something and it's horrible, or, like, if you witness something or whatever, and you don't know if it's, like, some kind of joke,
Yeah.
like, if they know each other and they're just doing it out of fun, or if it's actually serious.
Yeah.
And
In
I
this
guess
case,
you can
it's
thank, like,
obviously,
prank channels for that.
Yeah, in this case, it was, it was definitely very serious, but we were just like, well, I mean, what the hell should we do? So yeah, just this chick just Wolverine growling. I did not know what the fuck to make of it. But I mean, they haven't been loud since. Well, aside from the fact that they like to blast bluegrass from their radio.
Oh. I was going
Yeah,
to
that's
I was
fun.
going to say, except the fact that they like fuck really loudly or something, and then you
That happens sometimes too.
yeah, because that's like
I'm fairly certain sometimes we can hear that same woman
yeah, because
moaning.
that's annoying, but fucking bluegrass.
Yeah, no, it's they listen
there's-
to
I just imagine them sitting downstairs, fucking playing on washing boards now. He's going. Well, I live in West Virginia.
they have some. There's
How do you
some radio
blast
station here that
bluegrass?
plays, like, well, it's because a lot of bluegrass songs have like very similar bass lines. So you'll just hear them downstairs like boom 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 boom
You actually
over and over and
memorized
over
it.
again. And then it gets into the next song, and the next song only has like a slight fucking variation to it. So it's like boom 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 boom. So it's the same shit just over and over again for hours. And it'll be at any time of the day. Sometimes it's during the day when people are actually fucking awake. Sometimes I'll go in there after work, 4 in the fucking morning, and they're still at it.
What the fuck?
Yeah. I don't know if any of them have jobs. I don't know if any of them, like...
Dear
I
God.
I don't know.
I mean, the thing is that I can get the thing of putting on music if you're like having sex, so that you can be loud. But
no, even if
but-
they have the music on during sex, I can still hear her.
yeah,
moaning.
but still, but fucking all the time. What are they doing down there? Like, what do you imagine if you ever went down there? What do you imagine their apartment to look like? I imagine like something out of the fucking Wicker Man. They have fucking Nicolas Cage nailed to a cross, burned on fire or some shit.
Fresh has actually been in there once.
Really? I
Yeah.
can hear him fucking arriving right now. It sounds like a fucking garbage truck moving through the snow.
Yeah, basically at one point, he went outside to take out the garbage, and the way the front lobby is set up is that everybody who lives here has a key to the front door, but if that door gets shut, it's locked. So he went out, and sometimes, like, when you go out, somebody will come up and just, like, shut the door completely. So he goes back in, but the door is locked, so it's like, oh, well, shit, what do? I don't have the house key. So he went around to the back, because there's a little tunnel by, like, where the garbage cans are, that goes to the backyard. He goes there, and I guess the people living below us were outside. So he had to ask them if he could go through their house in order to get back to ours. So he's been through that building.
I have. And also I'm back.
Yeah, we're talking about it. So
I told the story of the other night.
Good. I heard you from the bathroom as I was fucking emptying my corruption.
your corruption of champions.
We don't talk about that game.
We talk about it.
Yeah,
No,
I'll
I don't.
talk about it.
I don't wanna. Anyway, fucking like, yeah, I have been in the den of the beast. They've got some fucking ratty ass fucking recliner chair from like the 1970s. Looks like it's made of felt. It's got a really ugly plaid pattern. Fucking the walls are yellowish for whatever reason. There's like dirty dishes in their fucking sink all the time, covered in like ribs. fucking like,
How do they afford ribs?
I don't know.
Ribs.
But their living room
Fucking
was
human
like,
ribs, dude, from the other people living in the apartment.
Jesus.
yeah, well anyway, fucking like, their living room is like half the size of our bedroom. And fucking like, they had it on to like, fucking chips or something. So they watch like old ass TV. They watch TV from like the 80s and the fucking 70s and shit.
Oh, that's fucking weird.
And fucking like,
I mean, I can get it if they're like watching something classic. But all the time?
yeah, they just do it all the time. Like, I
Well, they
always
also
hear,
listen
like,
to bluegrass. all the
That
time.
feels
They
like
also-
borderline insanity.
and like, fucking like, the guy that I saw who lives there is just like, fucking, he comes up to my goddamn chest, he's like twice as wide as I am. He's bald as shit, he's fucking like shaven.
Oh,
Looks like a giant baby.
good.
And he was like wearing some like white t-shirt that was like grease stained on the
You
front.
should invite them over, dude, for like
And
a
blue
dinner of
jeans.
spaghetti.
No.
Yeah, no.
And-
After,
No, wait,
after
sorry,
the
a
other
dinner
night,
of ribs.
And fucking like, I've also seen another guy come out from there. Don't know if he lives here or not. Probably not. I don't know. Fucking, it's mysterious how many people live down there or something. Like, the current estimate is 3.
Is it like a crack house?
I don't know.
We-
we have a
honestly,
theory
like-
that it might be.
We have a theory that it's that they might be involved in selling heroin, because in this area there is a very, 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 very big heroin problem.
How do you
Lots
find
of people
these
dying
places?
of heroin overdoses.
How do you fucking
Welcome to
find
West
these fucking
Virginia.
places, dude? Like, whenever I hear that you like live somewhere, it's either like like a Mexican drug cartel or like a fucking literally a Satanist temple or some shit. Like, what the fuck? What do you do?
I live in West.
I mean,
Virginia.
I thought
West
I had it
Virginia
bad. I
is-
live in a fucking weird ass town in the middle of the fucking woods, covering communists and Nazis, and like drunk people.
Well, this one.
And like fucking drunk ass old fucks.
Yeah, no, this one is like people either. This is a very fatalist sort of area, because for a lot of people here, once you get out of like school, even if you make it out of school, you either go to the mines or you leave West Virginia.
Go to the mines.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because coal
mining-
mining is a big thing.
Coal mining is
What
like
the fuck is
basically
this?
the only thing we
Are you
fucking
living in the
have.
1800s? Alright, sir. Alright, son, you become 16 now. It's time to get your fucking pickaxe ready.
Also, copper theft is huge around
Copper
here.
theft.
Copper
Yes.
theft, because copper wire sells for a lot of money,
Oh my
which will buy you a lot of
fucking
heroin.
God. Oh my fucking
Yeah.
God. What
And
the
we've
fuck?
been, like, there's been problems with people like getting hold of really nasty batches of heroin from like Mexico or some shit
Black tar Mexican
and
heroin.
dying.
I'm
Of heroin.
surprised that you're having this strong of a reaction considering I come from Flint.
I know, but this sounds worse than Flint.
It's not. Like,
It's really ultimately it's not the
At least you
problem
don't.
is
At
very-
least you fucking.
we're getting
At least
better.
you, at least you don't
Like-
have to drink lead water, I guess.
Yeah, like the funny thing is, the Ohio River, which is where we live right on the river,
we literally
is the
have
most.
the river.
It's the most polluted river in America.
Okay, can you see like
But
bodies
at the
floating
same
in it?
time,
Is it
it's-
glowing green during the
it's
night?
got a lot of industrial runoff and like agricultural runoff. But at the same time, our state also has one of the most stringent like water sort of quality standards. Which a lot of the like coal mining and oil companies that come through now are like, oh well, can't you lessen those a little bit just for us so we can save a little bit of money? And they're like, no, go fuck yourself. This is our primary source of water.
But anyway, like, Karl, Wheeling is not worse than Flint. Like, it certainly sounds worse because, like, you just were just immediately having this most negative reaction in the universe when you found out coal mining was still a thing.
Well, I know it's still a thing. It's still a thing like the northern parts of Sweden and shit. I mean, for fuck's sake, before I joined the Alpha Legion, my plan in life was going to get a job in a fucking oil rig.
Well, now you don't have to do that, but anyway, fucking, like, in here, I can walk down the streets at night and have a good chance of not getting mugged.
Yeah, There's not usually a whole lot of people out there at night.
Like, fucking, you can't do that in Flint a lot of the time. Like, in Flint, you gotta, like, fucking be on your guard all the time. And I'm still, like, on my guard around here, but that's just, like, habit. But, like,
Protect your neck.
it's safer. And it's definitely, it feels safer as well. It's just,
see,
downstairs we are dealing with fucking crack fiends.
Yeah. You see,
Yeah,
the way I get
here
around...
you're a lot more likely to be murdered by somebody you know.
Yeah, you see, the way I get around problems like that is I make friends with the people that would mug you.
Well, I don't, because I got the fucking stringent-ass standards of who I know, which is why I don't go to the tabletop shop anymore, despite them being literally the only people in town who would be, like, nerdy enough to, like, do the things we do and talk about the things we talk about, except, one, they are all hilariously redneck conservative, and, you can have your political beliefs and shit, but I don't have to deal with that, because it's not like a thing that you deal with, like, where you're at work, and you have to get along with the people you work with. Like, I can pick and choose where I go, and I don't want to go there, because they're just like, oh, women are so bad, we should just enslave them and use them as breeding stock. And it's like, you guys are a bunch of fucking fedora-mancers, aren't you?
They literally said
Secondly,
that.
And juggalos.
Juggalos!
And Juggalos.
Oh yeah, did you not? Oh god, that's the other thing too. This is one of the this is a bit of a hotbed for juggalos.
Shit, Kirker,
Not as much
I
Juggalo.
work. I know at least one person at work who is a juggalo.
Oh, Juggalo, fuck's sake. Fucking... God damn it. Stuff their fucking
matter
throat
what-
full of confetti. God damn it.
No matter where I go, I will always encounter Juggalos, it seems.
You see...
Wherever
see,
Faye goes, so is a
You see,
juggalo.
sometimes I feel like I'm blessed because I live in Sweden. Because
You are.
you guys talk about this like horrible shit like fedora mancers and fucking juggalos and shit. But I've
Well, you
never
see-
I've never seen one in real life. I still remember the fucking time I actually saw one of those fucking fedora neckbeard fucks.
I didn't even think they existed in Sweden.
Yeah,
so-
me neither. I was walking in my town one day, and then I saw this guy who was literally fat. He had some kind of like, well, literally
Not
fat.
figuratively fat.
I mean, you know what I mean.
Not spiritually fat.
There's nothing wrong about fat people. I mean, unless they don't have any hair, because otherwise I wouldn't want to fuck you. But that's beside the point. So it was like this really fat, neck-bearded, fedora-wearing piece of shit, and with glasses. And I just had to fucking stop and just like take a double take at this. I was like, what the fuck? Is this real? And I remember I was so excited because I'd finally seen one. I was like, holy shit, they actually exist. It's not like some kind of urban internet legend.
Oh,
I
yeah.
had an experience kind of like that. Like shortly after that game store had actually opened, I saw somebody had like parked on the road in front of it, which you're not supposed to do. But somebody got out of this car and he had a fedora and like Matrix sunglasses and a black trench
Oh,
coat, and
man.
I was just like,
the black trench
I
coat.
forgot that I was back in that country.
The fuck.
Oh god. And there was also, not quite related, but there was another car that I saw parked in the garage in front of that building, which both of its license plates said "Miladies,"
Oh well, that's actually
and I'm just
well. That's just going too far. If they,
Still,
like if they do it on that extent, you know that they're just fucking with you. Because no
Even-
real
even
neckbeard
still,
would
this
literally
is-
have my lady.
Oh, you have no idea. Like,
well,
fucking...
that's the thing. I don't know who owned that car, but
Stolen.
The fact was it was there.
Look, like, you can say that they're fucking with you, but, like, never, ever, like, just remember that these fedoramancers tend to be people with too much time and too much money on their hands. They could genuinely want to do that to their car because they want to get their message out that bad. So,
True gentleman.
so anyway, the second reason why I don't go to that fucking store anymore is because they're not the correct type of nerd. Because none of them wanted to fucking do tabletop gaming. They all wanted to do, like, fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic the Gathering and shit.
Alright.
So I was like, well, I can't fucking get into this because I'm not, like, this irresponsible with my goddamn money that I'm going to spend, like, $300. I saw that, by the way. A man bought $300 worth of Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards at that fucking store.
Beautiful.
And it was, like, maybe 10 cards.
There better be Frog the Jam in there.
It's not.
Fuck, well, that's garbage then. It's a Hang on,
No,
did you say 10 cards for $300?
Yes.
Yeah.
Where's the gun? Blow my fucking brains out right now, Jesus. Moving to Greenland and destroying my internet.
Anyway, don't we still have questions?
No, the questions are gone. That was the last question we had.
Oh, good.
Good.
So, that's, most of them were like, where's Fresh Tales 3 and...
Narl.
Yeah, Narl, which is like, why the fuck is...
Can I be friends with you?
Like, why is Narl so popular? I told that story.
Nos, did you ask me that?
Prefacing,
Because the question
prefacing.
is no.
I prefaced that fucking statement with I am not proud of Narl. Narl is a piece of shit. I hate him. I wish I never made him.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't make his story any less entertaining,
So
I
yeah,
guess.
should we just end... It's been 2 hours now. Should we just end it?
End
End it forever?
Just end me, senpai.
Yeah.
But
Right, so, yeah.
I guess this is the end of the Fresh Karlcast, now starring Nost, because Nost is the only sane person here. Like, I tend to be the straight man to this bullshit, except when I'm not, but Nost is a good counterpoint to the both of us, because she's reasonable.
Am I? Am I really?
So yeah, well, this has been the Fresh Karlcast episode,
Parting
whatever.
thoughts?
Parting thoughts. It was garbage.
I need a shower.
Me too.
And I guess that we should genocide the weeaboos.
Join us for our next episode, where we
In the year 2050.
where we have Alpha Busa, Spike and Barley, and PewDiePie on.
Okay, PewDiePie is where I draw the line. Where's the gun?
Alright, it's right behind.
Where's the sword?
It's right behind me. I found it here.
Okay, it's time. I'm sorry.
Alright.
I have to release you from your pain.
Alright, yes, do it quickly.
I'm going to do it quickly.
Alright, so are you ready? Countdown.
Yeah.
Oh, do it slow. Do it slow and sexy.
Okay, 3,
No, sexy.
2, 3, 2,
that does it.
1.
Yeah, that's it. Get it.
I have finally come after 5 years.